This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, we talk about the perfect porridge toppings and who is your content really for? 3, 2, 1. Akela is here.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast. To myself, Damik.
And me, Tom Hall. What's going on, bro?
You're just ignore those things. I just ignore those things you say now. I just go into it.
Confused. Your face was confused. Should we get from the people from the Jungle Book? Yeah. You had no idea where this conversation was going. I mean, so the Jungle Book, yeah. Name me some characters from the Jungle Book.
Mowgli.
Okay. Bit straight and narrow, but good, yeah. Good. This is where I can. Did you not go to Cubs or Scouts?
Oh mate, that's a long time ago, man.
Oh well, yeah, longer for some. Yeah.
Baloo.
Who was your Cub Scout leader called?
Arkayla.
No, there we go.
The right word?
Arkayla. Yeah. So we've had this debate over the last week or so. So we're looking after my friend's girlfriend's sister's dog. So Nathan, my housemate, my flatmate, so his girlfriend's sister's dog, but he is called Arkayla. So she thinks he's called Akila. I think, and both me and Nathan were like, I'm pretty sure it's Arkayla. It's like we both had our scout leader called Arkayla, but then we've asked Alexa and everything, and it's Akela. And we've all pronounced it wrong anyway. So, yeah, we've got a little border collie who is currently asleep. I would show you, but it's probably not better that it's asleep, to be fair.
Let them sleep, mate. Let them sleep.
Let them sleep. Anyway, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. Can't complain. Golf was going okay, or was going okay, and that's back to being crap. And one bad round, so of course the whole world's going to end now, so that's annoying.
I played golf, so everything in the world is right again. It was nice to be on some greens that were firm and cut, and fairways that were there.
Present.
So it was, I didn't see much of the fairways, but it was all right. It was nice to see that I could see them hit it the right direction.
Yeah,
exactly. So, don't hit it. Don't hit in the trees. Got it. Okay.
Oh, it's always more fun in the trees, isn't it? Come on,
just know that. Skill acquisition, isn't it? So creating some crazy shots, but it was good. I played okay. Out in 43, back in 38. I'm happy with that because it was probably my second round in about 3 months. So I can casually shoot just about 80 most of the time. So that's all right. It was all right course as well. Old Ford Manor. It was good. It was nice. It was good.
Old Ford or Oldford?
Old Ford Manor. It's next to Sevy's course. There's like 3 courses in a row that are actually quite nice. I can't remember what it's called. Something. So anyway, Sevy designed one course in England. It's right next to that one. And then it's next to Hadley Wood, which is a very old course. Very old and traditional. I do like the old traditional English courses. I feel like we need to take you to some so you can get some old English anger back in you instead of Dubai luxury. And just be like, look, this is lovely. This is what golf is all about. Like Hankley Common or something like that. Sunningdale. Or we should go to the Addington or to Hindhead or something like that. Beautiful courses.
Yeah, I think I need to experience some of the good old fashioned English courses.
The courses that are in the top 100 in the world.
Correct.
Dubai's aren't there.
No, Lincoln just crept in it.
Lincoln might be in it. Yeah, there's quite a few English ones and Scottish ones, of course. But yeah, anyway, top of the show, I might as well mention that if you are free and you're in or around Kent or London or Essex or the surrounding boroughs, I'm doing a workshop at Barn Kent 9, something, KT9, a gym owned by one of the listeners. Unbelievable. And she actually referenced a workshop that me and you did that she went to about 9 years ago.
That's a long time, isn't it?
That is a long time ago.
Long time listener. Long time.
Yeah, I think we can you believe it? Dan did a workshop along with me talking about, what did we talk about? We talked about like programming structures and assessments. Yeah, assessments. That was weird. Yeah. not doing that now.
Online and in-person assessments.
Online
Yeah,
in-person assessments. Yeah,
for your
people don't do that, do they? Do people still do people do online assessments? I do. But, yeah.
I think they do. Some people I know do even like you said, we've talked about probably on the fucking course. It's like even just a basic squat movement, hinge movement, kind of just how looking at how someone moves, you can pick up quite a bit
Yeah, yeah.
from
I
doing
just
some basic stuff.
if anybody's trying to make somebody do an FMS online or something like that, don't bother. Just literally, I have two
Just doing overhead
workouts, and I
squat, easy.
just over squat in it. Yeah, just Google
Easy, mate.
that, and then get all the overactive, underactive muscle
Yeah.
groups, and Bob's your uncle. Don't worry about breathing or foot placements or anything like that.
Is
Mechanics,
that
all the
even a
previous
thing
industries.
still?
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah, that's NASM 101, isn't it? Overhead squat assessment. Put them in a disadvantaged position so everything looks absolute garbage, and off you go. Score them a 2. Bosh.
Mm.
Dan did
The system.
his thesis on the FMS, so he's a fucking king at it. Loves the FMS.
I did,
Doesn't he
yeah.
just talks about it every single day. Loves
I
it.
got sent on a
Absolutely
course
loves
to
it.
Sweden to do it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Fucking
I
hell,
remember
that's
at
better.
you
I
at
did
Liverpool
my
John Moores. They sent me away to do the course in Sweden. They paid
why?
for it and everything.
I
You can
did
do it
my I
online now
did
though. Can't make it to a live
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Find a
yeah.
course online. Of course it is.
I
Yeah,
did
good for
FMS
you.
1, FMS 2, SFMA, all the FMS stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't pay for any of them, but yeah. So I had to turn up. I remember turning up to FMS 2 completely hungover. I was so drunk the night before. It was
sounds fine.
awful. I hated every minute of it. I was only there to like kind of make sure it was being okay and running smoothly. But yeah, awful. Anyway,
I feel
yeah.
like FMS is also like interwoven now within like TPI, Tightest Performance
Yeah, yeah,
Institute,
100% is. Yeah, I've seen the
isn't it?
TPI stuff. I know one of the lads I talk to every now and again who did one of my PTC workshops. He's done TPI now as well. He was asking whether I've done it. I was like, feel like it's probably a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
I was like, I look a lot of the moves and it's like, all right, just yeah, stagger stance into rotation. Cool. All right, cool. And just know where you're pushing force down into. I'm sure there's some nuances to it, and but I feel like I could probably get an athlete 95% of the way there, and then we could go and use some data to get all the way. It's interesting. But anyway, I'm doing a workshop. If you've got between 12 and 4 p.m., if you go over to, I think I've tagged them in a post or just ask me on Instagram or send a message by pigeon. I don't know. I don't realize it's last minute.
That'll work.
But the whole thing was last minute, so and mainly doing. I think we capped it at 20. I feel like there's 3 spaces left. So yeah, which will be good. I'm talking about what are the modules? I'm finishing it now. Says I'm doing 4 topics, but I feel like that's for me, that's a lot in 4 hours. I can basically cover the squat, and that's about it. I think I'm
Yeah.
doing ankle, knee, hip, common injuries from personal training point of view. I'm not a physiotherapist, so I will not be going deep diving in that. How to basically bring them back to life. So from rehab to performance. Basically, with the influx of runners. I want to talk about plantar fasciitis, low grade kind of ankle sprains, weak feet, and patellofemoral syndrome and any hip issues and how we can coach people out of them in the gym or kind of and bring them back to life. And then we're going to do an hour of performance-based testing because I had my way. Because Emily was like, I really want them to cover like injuries and stuff like that. And I was like, as long as we can do testing, I don't mind. It's okay. So,
Tom loves strong
fine.
feet. That's the thing you see. He just
I
loves
love
strong
strong
feet.
feet. That may
That's what he
do
wants
not
from
go
people.
if my Google search, my history search is a bit naughty on that kind of thing.
I bet it is, yeah. Picture of strong feet. That's literally what he puts in there.
Yeah.
So
So
tells you
that
what
was
you know
one of
about
my
Tom.
prerequisites for Chloe was like, have you got strong feet? Can you pick that up,
Got
please?
strong feet?
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Good job.
Can you pick that up, please? Brilliant.
Gross. Actually, yeah, I think feet are probably the least attractive part of most bodies.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
Just no
feet
need
people
for them.
listening. Like,
There's
there's
no
no
extra
need for
need
them.
for them,
I
is
mean, there's
there?
a need for them, but there's a need
No,
to
as in
cover them
like,
up.
yeah, to see them. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
Like,
like, there's socks and we do our best, socks and shoes to cover them up. If you take your fucking socks, shoes and socks off in my house, you can fuck off. I fired a cleaner because they did that.
Do you know what though? You would hate it over
Gross.
here because everyone comes in like, if like you get they get the delivery blokes deliver like, a bit of furniture into your house. They take their sandals off at the door and walk in barefoot. It's just like, mate, I'd keep the sandals on, mate. I'd rather you
Yeah,
kept them
yeah.
on.
Keep
Like,
them on. Smart.
don't get it.
100%.
I don't. And
I don't
even
get
over
it at
here,
all.
like I just don't wear. People are like, oh, you must be flip flops all the time. I'm like, no, no, no. Anytime I go out, I'm in socks, trainers, pretty much most places. Literally,
Yeah.
unless it's the literal beach, I'm gonna be in shoes and socks. Like
Yeah.
literally,
So
don't get it.
I can get, and sliders are better than fucking flip flops.
Yeah, yeah.
Flip flops, that's just hard work, isn't it? And you can't go very fast. Not that I'm
No, they're
zooming
definitely a
around.
very chilled. Flip flops are definitely a very chilled piece of footwear. Like you can't do
I
anything.
just know
Sliders.
you have to
Sliders,
like
a bit less chilled.
plod.
Yeah,
I can't walk very fast. I walk fast. You
not
can't
fun.
keep up. No. Not a fan, but anyway, yeah. Go check it
See,
out.
I
Workshop.
bet you, Joe Wilkinson and Chatbix don't like flip flops and feet either. They wouldn't like them.
No,
It's got
they'd
that
be
feeling.
put them away. Put them away.
100%.
Very awful.
100%.
Awful, mate. But I held my tongue and didn't abuse Dan this morning when I was taking a picture of my mug, but I was having porridge. So let's do a little list, classic lists. Everybody loves a list. Dan loves a list.
Mm-hmm.
I love lists because I'm currently doing a lot of that in my content. Interaction, comments on people disagreeing with me is lovely. But it's okay. And I got to use
Because you're
my
always
Magna,
wrong.
my Magna doodle as well. So I'm just like, how can I work this into content?
I love it. Such a geek.
Such a nerd. I know it's absolutely fine. Right. So I had porridge this morning, but Daniel, I'd run out. Luckily, it was golden syrup infused porridge. I know. Um,
Right.
it's the same price as the normal one, so I don't think it's like some sort of bougie thing. And it's just
Sort of
normal,
posh thing.
normal Quaker oats. I do buy the sachets though because it's already like ready, like done, and so I don't have to measure the milk. So you can just pour it in the sachet, don't you, and then pour it in.
Yeah.
But still, better than literally just buying like the same price. You can have 10 sachets, or you can buy like a single pot. Would be basically the same price in the store. So you're like, do the maths. Fucking hell.
I just never like the sachets, to be honest, mate. I just think it's
You
you've got to
know,
go normal. No.
you just have a normal like whole thing, like a packet, whole packet. You get
Yeah,
the Scotch guy, don't you? Ugh.
yeah,
He's like sending
yeah,
the.
just
I was
make
about
your
to say
own.
Boulder. Let's go shot put.
I know
Yeah,
what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that guy. He's got to be one
How
of the
do you?
most powerful cereal guys ever, right?
Yeah.
Cereal
Well,
mascots.
okay. I think the next question then we need to talk about then was really like how do you make them, Tom?
Taught me through my porridge game.
Yeah, talk me through your porridge game now. Now I know you have a sachet. Now I know. Now I think you're just in a microwave kind of guy.
I'm a lazy cunt. Correct. Yeah, yeah,
Fucking hell! Like, no wonder.
yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I can't even.
Yeah.
Like,
If mate, I've got clients to see. I'm not faffing around with boiling in a
wow,
saucepan at that
wow,
time of the morning. But I
wow.
100% agree with you. If I've got the packet, I'm making oats in the saucepan over the hob. I'm doing it that way. If
So
I've got the
I'm
time,
making a bit weird. I think. So basically, what I
probably.
do is I put the oats into a pan, right?
We found the
And I
guy. We
then
found the guy that puts his cereal in. Like, oh no, you go milk than cereal. Classic.
no cereal and milk, obviously,
We're
obviously.
discussing this a little bit. Anyway, go. Yeah.
Yeah, but but you don't. I don't want to be labelled as that guy. I don't even want jokes anymore about Tom because that's just not funny. Um, so you've got your porridge oats in. Let's say 60, 70 grams of porridge oats in there, right? You would then put boiling water in them just to cover the oats, so it soaks up all the boiling water and it breaks down. It breaks down some of the starch straight away, right? And some of it forms. It goes a little bit clumpy, a little bit, but it works. Bit of boiling water and you leave it for a few minutes just to let it cook a little bit, right? With that, then you add the milk in cold and you heat it up from that point onwards. It makes the best porridge ever. And it also, I'm on the scale spectrum of some people like them like really like liquidy, and some people like them more stodgy. They have to be more stodgy. Like, don't give me no fucking liquidy porridge oats. Stodge, like, has to be a lot of like body to it. You know, like some people like you see them with a spoon, and I'm like, looks like you're
Oh, I
eating
know. Yeah,
soup.
and
Like,
it'll like
no,
drop
like,
off.
what are you doing?
So
It has
that's
to
the
be like
one
that.
bad thing you can do if you buy a pot, like microwave one, because it can be like you put too much in.
You
And I've
can't
done that
microwave
before.
it. I'm sorry. You just that's why I know from doing that on the stove with the water. The slow nature of the cooking breaks them down better and makes them better tasting. You can't microwave them. It's too quick. You don't break down the oats enough. You don't break down that
What
starch in it. You don't break it
time?
down. You know what I
Not got
mean? Like,
time.
well,
I
wake up
don't.
earlier, Tom. All right, wake up earlier because it needs to be
I'm
done
not
that
as
way.
bro as you. I don't wake up
Uh,
and like have my rice and my fucking
well, I haven't had. I mean,
beans.
I haven't had oats for fucking ages because obviously over here it's just not something you
Yeah, you're
fucking
like, all right,
consider
great.
eating, really.
You've had overnight oats because you get it from your thing. I had
Overnight oats, all
overnight
right.
oats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
at
fine
yours.
because they're
They're
overnight. They're
cold, aren't
cold.
they?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how
obviously
I do it.
it's reached porridge temperature here. It's
I bet it
nice.
has. I kind of have
Quite
a
a
craving for
nice.
it
It's
now, though. To be fair, I'm actually a
a
bit
nice
tempted maybe
feeling.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
but
it's a nice
yeah, I
feeling.
don't.
But anyway, I typed in because I didn't have anyway. Slight tangent, wasn't it?
So what you need on top of it though as well is a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon, by the way, instead of
just
syrup.
just
That's
just
what you
just
want.
just blasting through my exact list of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I didn't have any, but I didn't put syrup on it. It was already infused with syrup,
Yeah.
so it's literally I'm buying Quaker Oats golden
But that
syrup.
affects what you can have on it then, doesn't it? Because you've already got some sweetness in there.
I've already got some sweetness. I just dipped my
Right.
finger in it, and then obviously you can't put much. But what I was about to say, Dan, so rudely interrupted. Just keep snipping away, don't you? Snipping.
Yeah.
Boom. Just can't.
Yeah.
Loves the sound of don't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I ran out of jam, so I didn't have any in the
Oh.
house, and I realised I've got two pots at work. I saw him today, and I was like, "Why is there so much jam in here?" It's me, brilliant. Because I
Big pots?
sometimes jam-sized pots. What are you on about?
Oh, I don't know why you keep two pots of jam at work. Like, surely you'd
No,
have.
because I didn't think I had any, and then I bought some more because I've been
Right.
away. Yeah, and I
Okay.
was like, oh,
Okay.
all right. I was surprised it was still there, if I'm honest. They normally chuck stuff out on Friday afternoons, and I was like, oh, so they've chucked my bagels away, but kept my jam. But I guess if
Well,
bagels are
jam
more
keeps
likely to go
longer.
out, yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I didn't have any jam because I like putting jam on there. But yeah, I didn't have anything, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, this is how to pimp up your porridge from Radio 4. Obviously, I've got this
Oh, this is gonna be so
saved.
lame if it's
Saved.
from Radio 4. Fucking
But
hell.
it was the only one that already had a list.
Mm.
Actually, so let's give ourselves a top three. Right, what is your top three? We love a top three. Dan's going to do it number two, number three, number one because he's edgy, classic. But you can do it in any order, so what you like. But the Radio 4, because those are the people that like eat porridge more likely, aren't they?
Mm.
Old people, because it's stodgy and it
I'd
just
say
goes
so.
through the dentures. So for extra crunch, try adding spelt flakes or using jumbo oats, which have not been soaked overnight. Deliciously chewy.
No,
Spelt flakes, not done that.
not adding
Not done
spelt
that.
flakes to it.
Mm. So our list will be like three things that you would normally put on. Two, make porridge the Scandinavian way by adding chopped almonds, or this is the same point, you can't do this, or the Jamaican way by adding almond essence and bay leaves. Nobody knows what bay leaf tastes like, so that won't make anything.
Yeah.
Scroll down for full recipes. That's weird, isn't it? Put bay leaf in it. You're not meant to eat bay leaves, are you?
No,
So do you put it in when you're cooking it?
I assume so.
Assume so. Then you take it out. No one
Yeah.
knows what it tastes like. It doesn't
What,
do anything.
what if you added to porridge and that was all you put in it? To be fair, might have a better idea.
Better idea because we know what
Bit
porridge
of
tastes like.
almond essence though is going to make it taste like marzipan, isn't it? So it's kind of like,
Yeah, that's meh. No, don't like that.
no.
Three, eat it the way the Scots recommend. Standing
Salt.
up. No, standing up.
Standing
That's what it
up.
says. It just
Shit.
says standing up.
I know some people have it savory with chicken,
Oh
salted.
no.
Yeah, salted with
Holly
chicken.
Davidge does that, I bet. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Mm.
Who does that with chicken?
I'm sure it's been around years. It's a savory thing
Is
as
it?
much as it is a sweet
But
one. Yeah,
I guess in America there's grits, right? What's the difference
yeah.
between grits and it's a kind of like an oats thing, isn't it? You look that up. Number
Mm.
four, eat it with a wooden spoon or a horn spoon. A spoon made out of cow's horn, to avoid burning your mouth. Just gonna kill this cow because I need a spoon for my porridge. So then I need the horn, please. Bit odd. I realised the cow can probably be dead anyway. But
Yeah,
I've never
oats and chicken recipe.
oats and chicken.
Yeah,
No, that's wrong. Chicken and waffles, love it. Not oats.
yeah, it's a thing.
That'd be weird. I just think it's too gooey for that. What kind of chicken?
Breast.
Chicken breasts,
Yeah,
like just plain. Because I
yeah.
can
Well, shredded
kind
in,
of,
innit? Shredded in, innit?
because I can kind of see the chicken and waffles kind of thing. Because obviously with waffles, you have fried chicken and you have like some sweet gravy kind of stuff over it, and you can put syrup on it. That's lovely. So I can kind of see because syrup goes on
Ooh.
porridge. Put some
I mean,
fried chicken on
I
it.
love some of the. This is, I mean, here's just an idea. I'll just read it out to you, right? Savory porridge ideas: balsamic vinegar, soy sauce, marmite, butter,
Oh,
oxo
all of them
cube.
together.
I think so.
Your stomach is going to be like, what is going on?
I think it's quite an Asian thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of umami that you've just consumed. How interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that's taken off over here, is it?
No,
Really?
that's bonkers.
A simple savory porridge made with oats and garlic.
No, doesn't you don't want it garlicky, do you?
Mushrooms on it, an egg and mushrooms. I guess it's almost like a risotto, almost maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
sure.
that style of it, isn't it? Mushroomy risotto with an egg. I can't see it taking off.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Look, there are porridge restaurants. The food program presenter Sheila Dillon went to one and had egg and spinach porridge.
not for me.
No, I'm all right. Anyway, let's go. Like, what we doing? So, top three things you'd. I don't know whether you're going to go top three or the ones you most likely put on.
For me,
Yeah.
I
No, no, no. I
I
wasn't asking you, Dan. I was asking
no,
the
I thought you
camera.
had the list. No, I thought you had the list there. I thought you were reading out a list. That was all
No, no,
when I
I'm not
said it.
leaving. I'm with this is free balling. This
Well,
is
you usually
I'm
don't
just
care what I think, so that's why I was surprised you asked me. You usually don't care what I think. So, um, yeah, for me, I mean, as I, people hadn't Kern before was one of my favorites is just simply brown sugar and cinnamon. I think it's just such a classic that goes really well with porridge. I say on a nice cold day, I think it works really well. Like it's just nice. I would probably have more brown sugar than is probably healthy, but who gives a fuck? It's what it's
oh
there for.
yeah, you're
Um,
like you put it on and then you're like, oh, it's melting a bit, and then you're like, but what about the bottom of the porridge? That
yeah,
hasn't
you
got any
mix it
brown sugar. You
in,
have to
and then
mix
you
it
put,
in and
yeah, of course.
then relayer.
Yeah. And it's almost like because you mixed it in, it doesn't count because you go, oh, sorry, I can put a bit
Oh
more
yeah,
in.
yeah,
That doesn't
exactly. You got to
count. So,
put back on because
um,
I want the bit to go through at the top.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that. I also do like jam with peanut butter,
Yeah,
but in porridge, it has to be smooth peanut butter. Controversial
yeah,
for
yeah.
some
No,
people,
that's
but
right.
not for me.
That's correct.
Um, and then the other one is just very simply sliced banana with honey
Oh no.
porridge. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of
Mm.
adding things to porridge necessarily, but I think a banana does go well with porridge with a bit of honey on top.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're feeling like you got the calories, a bit of peanut butter as well with that would work, obviously. Because the flavor profiles of it all would work. So yeah,
There's
that's
the
that.
dog. There's the dog.
Oh, there's the dog.
There,
The dog's just
there's
making
dog.
himself a
There's
home.
dog. If you're watching this on YouTube like a weirdo, here's the dog.
Yeah,
Keller. So I've been using the word tequila. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know
tequila.
his name. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just gonna be tones though, isn't it? As long as you get the tones
Yeah,
right, it'll be
yeah.
fine.
Tequila. See? Loves it. Oh,
Yeah.
I've just waken up. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Now you've got to do something,
I've
mate.
got it.
So you gotta
Okay. Say
give
it's
a
down.
cuddle and a stroke and all
I
sorts, mate.
know. Fucking needy
But
shit.
dogs are better than humans, so just do it. That's
Oh,
what I say. Just
100%.
sack off the podcast, mate. And dogs are better than humans. But yeah, they're the three that I would say that I would go towards. What the things that I used to have had on porridge? Well, my mum used to just put sugar on for us. She was really unhealthy, just sugar on it, brown sugar again.
Right.
Like because you have to almost see it. I don't know why I had brown sugar on porridge, but it's just always the way it was always
Yeah,
done
yeah,
for us.
it's
So
always
just
brown sugar, isn't it? Yeah.
it's weird, isn't it? I don't know why, but
Right,
yeah,
so
that was the thing for us.
I do a little bit of salt.
I do that when I cook it though, so yeah,
No, I put it on at the top, right,
she
and
didn't
then
cook
I
it.
add sweet to it. So just I don't know, saltiness, the porridge, mix that in, and then put the sweet shit on top, no matter what you're
Yeah,
having. And then yeah, so classic brown sugar. course. I'm happy with just brown sugar and salt most of the time. I'm like,
Okay.
that's a good.
Don't you need a little bit of cinnamon in there just to spice it up a little bit?
No, I'm not cinnamon.
No? Okay.
No. And then I do jam a lot. I love jam. Jam is so fucking good. And jam is underappreciated as a food
Yeah.
substance, I think. Also,
100%.
raspberry
Okay,
jam.
okay, sorry. Yeah,
Fucking
I was
strawberry.
just about to say raspberry or strawberry because in porridge,
Raspberry is
raspberry,
great.
definitely.
Raspberry is definitely better than strawberry. Also, it has to be like decent. You're not putting Hartleys in there. Go on.
It's got to
No.
be Tiptree, bare minimum Tiptree.
Thank you. That's obviously where I'm from. So yeah,
Also,
you're
by the way,
going
for anyone
golden
who
sea salt.
likes condiments and stuff, Tiptree do a very, very good brown sauce, by the way, which is almost like a
Do
halfway
yeah.
between ketchup and brown sauce. Like it's not too
Wilkins, yeah,
spicy.
it's Tiptree,
Really good.
Wilkins and Sons, and they
I used
also
to
do.
love
If
that.
anybody wants some like gin, they do like a gin liqueur. They do lots of like infused gins that are only like 20%, so you're
Mm.
not getting too drunk. So quite nice. Yeah,
I
their
can get it
sauces are
over
pretty.
here.
Oh yeah, of course you can. You get it fucking everywhere, mate. It's like, and we found Malden sea
I mean, it's
salt
£10 a fucking bottle,
in
but
in Honduras. That was quite fun. I'm pretty sure they had the Tiptree one as well. Yeah, but Malden sea salt in Honduras. I bought some different salts as well because I went to a big shop. Always because I live in the
big
middle of
shot.
London. I go to big supermarkets very often, and I like basically just fill up the whole car if I go to a
Yeah.
big one, just based off tat that I don't see very often in like normal Tesco's or Waitrose or whatever. So, but yeah, okay,
Yeah.
jam, brown sugar, normal things, and then I would toss the coin. I feel like I might put chocolate spread. You're like,
I just feel
no.
like that's
I
too.
I feel like the
Mm.
peanut butter doesn't do me enough because it gets stuck to the top of my mouth in porridge.
No, you mix it in, mate.
No, I don't like mixing it in. That's also the thing. I don't mix the jam in. I have it sitting on the top, and like the Muller
That's where you're
yogurt
going wrong.
corner people like that you can't do. But you get a little bit of like jam and a little bit of porridge and yum 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 yum. It's good.
Mm.
Don't you think so? I'm sorry that I go over the back of you. Accidentally crush the dog. No. But anyway, let's talk about fitness
Do we have to?
ish.
It's boring.
It's what the viewers are here for.
Is it though? Are they still here for that? I think we need to do. I think we need to do a big survey of our audience, Tom. You know, I think they just want to hear us just talk shit about stuff, mate. To be
Probably
honest,
most of the
I
time.
don't think any of them actually care about fitness anymore because I certainly don't anymore.
Well, you do
I
you
don't.
do you do the topic that you were going to do, and I'll do one of mine. I wrote down three.
You're
Yeah,
on three.
three, mate. I'm a topic machine.
About to say, mate, you've got a lot of
I
things to
used
talk
I
about.
used one of those mentors how to do use ChatGPT for all of your content ideas in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good plan. And then did it say did it say add loads of random people to your close friends list? That was
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yeah.
good. That was good. That one.
Yeah, that's
And then
nice.
also put a story up, which I was so close to commenting on as well. Um, he put a story up yesterday, I think. He was like, "I'm not opposed to women earning more than men, but if you're in a relationship that your wife or female partner earns more than you better be fucking working hard as balls until that is equal." I didn't screenshot it. I should have sent it to you. I was like, what the fuck are you on about? Are you mad? It's like, I'm not opposed, but then contradict. Just FYI, the person that this is, these people know. Yeah, clearly is a complete sexist. So that's cool.
Just an absolute knob. Like, just call it what it is. Just an
yeah,
absolute knob.
fucking hell. I was like, so
Wow.
you don't like equal pay? Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. And then you belittle the people that would be in a relationship that are not like not able or haven't gotten to the level of your like partner yet. It's insane. It doesn't matter.
It's also having no concept of what that person does in that relationship or what they bring that's not monetary
Right.
value.
Yeah.
Like it's just assuming that the only thing that people bring to a relationship is monetary value.
100%. Yeah.
Which probably sums up his relationships, but that's why he's got no friends left. Yeah, probably why he does no friends and no staff now, no coaches. They all left, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they weren't getting paid on time. So there you go. There's an exclusive for the
Is that what
podcast.
happens? Oh, so you don't stay around. They weren't doing it for the love of it.
Funny that, isn't it? They weren't getting paid on time, even though the guy was driving around in brand new cars, brand new clothes, and spending loads of money.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Couldn't pay the staff on time, but why a lot of them left and departed, and why he doesn't have any friends left. But anyway, that's another day.
What are we going to talk about?
So yeah, I was going to say, like, touching a little bit on the retention thing that we talked about last week. It kind of like piggybacks off that a little bit because I've had a few conversations with coaches this week after we discussed it in check-ins and on the call we did in the members group, and it's just a lot of the stuff that we do as coaches comes back to content. A lot of the time is that a lot of the things that are going wrong in your business can be fixed within content. And a lot of the times content is so much more important than any of us realize. Well, I realize it. But it's like coaches don't take it seriously enough, in my opinion, with content. They just think, oh, it's just an afterthought. It's just something they don't really give a shit about. But anyway, my point being that often with coaching, you set the tone with your business and your coaching and the results you can get people by your content. And if you're a coach who is constantly just talking about quite beginner topics, losing your first 5 kilos or losing body fat, eating the food you love, or how to get over your gym anxiety and beginner gym tips or whatever. If you then sign clients for the back of that and you work with them for say 6 months to a year and they achieve the goal that you kind of talk about and you don't change anything within your content and all you talk about is losing your first 5 kilos or beginner gym tips over and over again, they will feel like they've outgrown you. Like if that's all you talk about, that's all they'll think that you have to offer. And often your clients are some of your most engaged followers on your Instagram. So people always talk about I just need more engagement.
100% they are. 100% they are.
Yeah. They see the majority of your content and all that sort of stuff. And I think that coaches forget that you effectively, you want to post content to try and get clients and get leads so that they see what you're about. But it's almost really useful to kind of retain people and retain clients because they see that you're developing, you're learning, you're trying new things yourself.
Literally today, I did a post which is going to come out later, but today I made a post about, I did a story about one of my clients in person who's doing a false jump. So we're doing jumping backwards before jumping forwards for Achilles kind of health and stuff like that. But 3 people asked about it. They're already my clients. Mm-hmm. They just wanted to. It's another point of interaction. It's not a WhatsApp fucking DM. How's your day going? Blah blah blah. But it's another point of contact with that person. And you're like, they're getting that value. Cool. I probably would have answered it to most people, but guess what? I'm definitely going to answer it to Alex. Or definitely, it goes into my actually friends list of I don't have a friends list, but the primary DMs. So I'll see it pop up and answer it. It's not in my general stuff. So whereas what everybody else would go to.
It is that 100% touch point as well. Like it's that element of it's not like I said a WhatsApp check-in. It's not a scheduled automated message. It's just like they can see you're advancing yourself. You're beyond them, and it's also why I recommend that coaches also use their problems that clients have got in check-ins for content ideas. Because if your clients are struggling with something, then you can bet your bottom dollar that other people are because your clients are paying you and they're still struggling with it. So it's a really good way to kind of advance yourself, but. My point was that I see a lot of these coaches just talking about the same old shit, same old little hacks with the fat loss, the same little cups of water where they're pouring water in and going, this is what happens if you overeat the weekend. This is what happens if you... Okay. Well, that got them in and they signed up and then you're still talking about the same old shit. They're going to think that that's all you know and that's all you're good for. And for a lot of coaches, maybe that is, and that's fine. But it shows that in-depth side of you. It shows what other things you're doing, what you're capable of. It shows that you're advancing your knowledge level to a certain degree. There's loads of things that it helps with that I think is really important. And I think that too many coaches are looking at their retention and wondering how they can be a better coach and how they can be better this and better that. And I'm like, actually, it comes down to your content. Actually, it comes down to that your clients just don't think you can help them anymore. And if you're not progressing those discussions and talking about the future and other things, they will just assume that that you can't help them, and they'll look at other people who can. They'll look, let's say you work with beginners in the gym. If you just focus on beginners all the time, right? But bulk your content if that's your niche. But if they then are no longer beginner, they start to see advances. They're going to follow someone who works with intermediate people in the gym, advanced people in the gym, wants to do their first muscle up in the CrossFit, whatever it is. They're going to move along that spectrum. If you don't show them that you can do that as well, they're probably going to leave because of that as much as anything. So I think it's just important that coaches are aware that your content is so important, and too many coaches just gloss over it, think it's just me and Mike bang on about it as if it's something you've got to do. They don't really like doing it. I'm like, you need to get to like doing it because it's so important for not only building a business but maintaining one. As we've just kind of pointed out, your current clients are going to be watching it. They're going to take note. They're going to want to know why you do certain things, and they're going to take an interest. It
Mm.
is that simple. It really
Yeah,
is that simple.
I would. Yeah,
There you go.
I feel like people probably don't like keep those conversations going on Instagram as well with their clients
Yeah.
or whatever. They definitely should. Like, or like send them your post if they haven't seen it, or like, oh, do you remember when we were doing this, or blah blah blah,
Mm.
or this was referring to something we've done. Maybe you find this interesting, just in case you haven't seen it. Absolutely fine. Um,
Yeah.
absolutely fine because they're going to be like, oh, that person thought of me, cool, or
Mm.
just like, oh yeah, then another touch point. I 100% think that, yeah, because yeah, we get. I'm sure both me and you are similar in terms of our clients send us fucking memes or send us things on Instagram as well. It's just like, all right, there's another touch point, that kind of thing. It's just not,
Yeah.
it's just the outside of the schedule kind of thing. It's like, it's not everything has to be, oh, I haven't messaged them through WhatsApp today. Cool, but
I've had
you
a lot of clients who I would say message me more on Instagram, send me more things in DMs on Instagram after they become my client than before.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
got one as
like that.
well.
You should
Like,
be
I'll
doing
call
that.
him out right now. Hamish, that you are still, every single time you address me as, hey, Tom, and that's in my head, like, you're like,
Hey Tom.
just you don't have to, like, Hamish, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you do. Hamish,
Say
you have to.
you, you don't have to say hey Tom every single time.
Yeah, you do.
For example, I'd imagine, because obviously we both work with coaches, but I'd imagine that 75% of the people I work with online, not in person, listen to this
Mm.
show. I'm sure they're
Probably.
they're yeah. Unfortunately, can't get enough of you, Dan. That's what they wanted. They were like, Dan, stop doing like normal stuff, so I can't go over to him anymore. Just got to take you,
Yeah.
Tom. It's fine.
Just got to
I don't
get
want
you,
to
mate.
build a PT business. I've got my PT business is too successful and everything. I need you to just make it worse for me. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. So,
Make it
apart
worse.
from Tony, fucking hell, Tony, that face, that's his face most of the time. Full one-to-one business, just bought a new house.
Just miserable.
Like, we've been working together for like, yeah, a year and a half. Shock. Like, just I was only doing like a bit of mentoring with him. I don't do a lot of mentoring because that's not my job. That's Dan's job. I've like about 4 or 5 that I just help with one-to-one business. And yeah, miserable cunt, isn't he?
Well, he
He's an
looked it. He didn't
increase.
look very happy to be talking to you.
Yeah,
And
look
I know
at
how he feels,
that
obviously. I know how he feels.
He was moving into his new house today, like this week. It's like, yeah, everything's going really well. Yeah, got another 3 people on my wait list for one-to-one. Yeah, we're turning this room. Like, business is fucking flowing. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
all right. Feel like we need to shock and awe him. Just like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ruin him somehow. All good fun though. All good fun.
Yeah, just turn up next time with like maybe a funny mask on, something like that, try and get him
Yeah, yeah.
smiling, and then take a picture of it real quick. Like, I got you. Yeah.
There's one for one-to-one coaches who are listening. Guess what? Tony doesn't really do online coaching, but all his content is local as fuck. So
Yeah.
I'm like, just do local stuff. Talk about your
Smart, innit?
local chippy. Talk about
Smart.
your local park run. That's it. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. He's like, and he gets clients off Instagram, and he's got about 800 followers.
There
Like,
you
I'm like,
go.
yeah, it's crazy. So good.
I know how that
Those
works.
conversation.
Not having
That
800
niche is
people
that
in it
niche
pretty
in
much. Yeah, how about
uh,
having 800 people closely linked to where you are,
where
from
you
a data
live.
standpoint,
Yeah.
might be more beneficial than 8,000 people that are randomly all over the world. Pretty impressive.
When you don't do online coaching. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Really funny. Um, Noise, mate. Right. I've recently changed my stance, Daniel. I haven't
Oh, he's
picked up
going back on himself. He's going
I
back on
haven't
it.
picked up
Oh,
the
I can't believe it.
microphone to like just assert authority. I was getting my pad out because it was on my pad.
Sure.
Love these pads, by the way. Everybody on this is the main company I want to be sponsored by. I don't know what the company is. Amazon.
Yeah. Generic pad company.
Generic
Yeah.
pad from China. Not in Chinese though, so I doubt it. But categorize
Mm.
everything. Nice colors. Might get a
Mm.
different color next time. If I get a different color, I know I'll be annoyed with it. Except the blue needs to be a light blue, don't you think? Because it's quite
Yes.
hard, especially if I'm
Correct.
using a blue pen. Sometimes it's quite hard to see what I'm meant to be doing tomorrow. I'm like
Mm.
doing that like an old man. Anyway, I don't like. I've decided I don't like the term Gen Pop.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. I used to use it quite a lot, or obviously I use it during workshops. I was like, this is good for your Gen Pop clients. And now I'm sitting there going,
Everyone's Gen Pop.
everyone's Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Like, no matter
If
who
I if
you
I
are.
don't say elite athlete, then it's Gen Pop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
But then
they're the ones
even
that should be
that,
used.
I'm
Yeah.
like, elite athlete. I, I still thrive to like train Gen Pop, whomever that is, in the style. It's just a regressed version of elite athletes. They're still doing fucking the same
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like
It's
just
like
at
bodybuilders do
slightly
it. Bodybuilders go, oh yeah, comp prep or Gen Pop or lifestyle climb.
like
Like,
lifestyle client. What the fuck's that? Like I don't like it. Everybody no I was like, if everybody is Gen Pop, nobody is Gen Pop. Everybody's got a slightly specific fit. Like that's a
yeah,
high rocks client, that's a running client, that's a cycling client, that's an online coach who wants to learn and do shit client, that's a strongman client.
yeah.
Those I just have lots of different categories now. They all blend into like similar systems and essentially stuff. But yeah, I've decided I've gone back on. I'm allowed to change my mind. Fuck you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used it a hell of a lot when I was teaching courses, and I'd be like, "Your Gen Pop does this," and I'm like, actually, all of them do this. I was like,
Yeah.
no
Your
matter who
human
you are,
beings you
I'm
train do this.
like,
Yeah.
actually, I'm like this system. I use Shock. Coach uses system to not automate, but to make stuff easier to get. System
Mm.
equals results. It's just a more predictable way of doing stuff. Whereas I feel like sometimes coaches like, I build you this massive personal plan. It's created just for you. No one else has ever had this plan before.
Yeah.
No, they fucking
Oh,
have.
I'm doing squats again. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I did squats before.
imagine making porridge or Dan's porridge technique, but he just makes it up every fucking time. Has to change it for every single time he makes porridge.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen, right? That's not a thing. You don't follow a different fucking recipe each time you want to make the same fucking thing. You might change
No.
certain things based on preference. 100% preference equals like injuries or that person's mechanics and stuff like that. So it's like that's what got me onto the post I've made later is about that broad jump. And I was like,
Mm.
you're probably programming all very similar exercises, but it's the coach that is coaching them, is how you change something for that particular person. Because I could basically, all I had in my program for that lad is a broad jump. That's all that is written down. But Neil knows I've asked him to do a step backwards or a full step whenever we're doing jumping exercises at the moment, because we're working stuff on Achilles tension. And he's had Achilles issues previously, where he ruptured one, not a good thing. So I need to always put that under scrutiny every now and again to like make sure it gets a big stretch reflex in it and stretch the tendon over
Mm.
the joint. Um, Shockingly, something I'm going to be teaching on this workshop later, later on in the week. But I've just written broad jump. Everybody else, it's a generic fucking thing. But it's the coach who's coaching that nuance that makes it into a cool exercise or whatever. I could put step back or
Mm.
full step broad jump, cool. But to most people, it just looks like I've written a broad jump. That's the kind of thing. It kind of led me to believe that like not everybody's Gen Pop, but it's how a client is perceived or how you program exercises. I think a lot of people, a little bit general, hate it. Mm.
Mm.
The coach makes the exercise more than the exercise makes itself because anybody can write that random shit.
True.
It just led me into like systems and stuff like that because you probably know my system off by heart in terms of like mobility, movement prep, velocity, strength, volume, and then ESD. Those can be moved around because shock if somebody has a aerobic goal, guess where ESD doesn't go at the back when you're fatigued, it comes right to the front. People are like, what, why are you yeah, guess what, somebody's A2 currently is fucking ski erg shit and assault bike stuff because we are
Not
increasing their
mine.
aerobic capacity because I need that to happen at the front of the session when you're freshest so we can generate more power. And then the sub three kind of stuff is your normal strength work. Yes, you're going to be more fatigued, but it's not going to fuck off, but I move it around depending on
Mm.
goal. But yeah, that was just a bit of a rant based off people thinking that everything's really personalized. It is,
Yeah.
but if you don't have a system, you'll be
Yeah, it's
moved.
personalized to what the person needs
Correct.
in
Yeah.
that point in time. But it's then everyone thinking that
Uh,
there's some sort of unique snowflake. No, you're not. you're
Yeah,
shit at this.
yeah,
Like you keep saying over and over.
yeah. We do more of this because you're shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and putting into it because it's just yeah, it'll be like just thinking that everything is created, especially even I probably my ones. Even though I'm saying they're not as maybe as people think in their brain they are, I reckon they're more personal than 99% of the people that put out. Probably just like, oh, it's chest day. How many fucking exercises can you do for a chest? Just like that one,
Well,
that
8
one.
all in one day. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you
yeah.
usually do,
Of
isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
course
yeah.
it is.
Go
Yeah,
on.
it's all good. uh, yeah, would you say that relates to business as well? Because there obviously is a
Oh, mate,
system.
100%, 100%. Like, is there's when someone comes in, there are different phases, and it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to broadly say they fit into one of three phases, but it's either that they need to completely redefine their niche and start from the bottom and the ground up, and kind of really go. They've basically got 0 to 10 clients, and it's kind of a case of like, there's a long-term project here. Or they come in with a decent amount of clients, but they've been doing it the wrong way. They've been doing cold DMs, been doing loads of shit. From that point of view, we need to kind of revamp how they go about that. They're a little bit more advanced than some people. Some people come in then with a thriving business with 60 to 70 clients. It's a case of like, how do we move it further forward, and how do you then kind of like scale that, and but without losing your principles of the brand. And a lot of them, we always start with the same sort of like niche. Okay, what makes you different, what makes you unique? Organic content's the main thing, but they're usually the one of three. And it's like, I'm not gonna go deep dive into every single person. It's like, no, I know you need this because I've just seen you on the sales call. I've just talked through your Instagram. I know what you need to start on straight away, and I know what we're going to do. And often, actually, on that call, I actually go through the first step with them and go, well, this is what we do straight away. Like, this is what we look at. Um, yeah, I think that's the way I would get about it, is that it's more a case of, for me, that I know what path to set them on pretty much from the start. It's like, well, like I said, one of maybe four that I'm
Yeah,
like, well, this is the path we're on. We're going to find your unique way of going through that path, but ultimately it's the path we need to go on. So that's what I would say.
yeah. Having like, I think that's a good one in terms of sales calls, showing them
Mm.
what they would maybe are going to go towards or doing something like that. So because there's something that I do post call, which I'm assuming people do. It's in terms of sales script. So I think a girl called Maria just like signed up with us, but she's doing high rocks. Guess what I sent her? I sent her two of the Instagram profiles of two of my clients that have just done their most recent high rocks. And I was
Yep.
like, look, go have a look. That's what they're doing. Cool. I'm not in charge of their content, but they seem to be enjoying themselves. But they post content about what they're doing. And obviously I didn't take money there and then on the call. 3 days later, she was like, "Boom, let's go, let's do it." Cool. I don't know. She was a little bit on the fence as well. She's like, because I didn't know a gym, stuff like that, bit of a like referral
Yeah.
system. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. That's what I tend to do. And but obviously it requires clients to do it or whatever. But interesting thing to kind of just trust in your own ability of coaching as well, of like realizing to sign that person up. But I'm just like, all right, even if you want to go mess, I literally was like, you can message me if you want. I'm sure they'll tell you about my coaching. Cool.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That'll be good generators for, I don't know, if somebody's on the fence, that kind of thing. But yeah, we've moved into a slightly different topic. Sales calls, sleazy. Should do one on them.
You should. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a sleazy fucker on the curve. I turn up in like a bikini and like
Oh yeah.
do
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. Proper full on
Yeah,
sleeves.
proper
Yeah.
full
Get your
on
feet out
sleeves.
and everything. Take a
Oh
photo of
yeah,
these.
feet,
Yeah, yeah. Get your
feet.
feet out.
Yeah,
Let me take a photo of them.
yeah, yeah. Got to sell them.
Yeah.
And then just come really close to the camera, and just do a big sniff.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I have a chat.
Right.
I have a chat, mate.
Why joke about it? Why joke about it, mate? We all know.
Bring the dogs
Be
on.
honest.
That's what we do. That's what you do. You just sit there and just go. You like my sausage, and
Do you
you
like my
just
sausage?
you got
Yeah.
your free sausage and
I've
hugs
got a
out.
big. I've got a big sausage.
That's all Dan does. Been there, witnessed
Yeah.
it. Sat in the room. He made me sit in the room. Bit weird, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He made me sit there. He made me pass in the big sausage. Yeah. Brilliant. There
Anyway,
you
all
go.
right. I feel like we've rambled on enough, mate. Did a little bit of
Far too
content.
long.
Far
I've
too
got dinner.
long. All right.
I've got dinner, mate. I reckon.
Yeah, I've got to go for a run. Well, I've got to do a little bit of a run.
Oh, back on
I
the running like,
know.
look at him. He's like, oh
I
shit.
literally have made a goal. I know. I've made a goal to do a half marathon in a certain amount of time. And now I have to run 4 times a week. A bit of an oversight. Didn't want to run that much, but yeah,
Yeah.
shocking. Shockingly, I have to do that many runs to get better. Who knew? Who knew, Dan? I was like, oh god. So I got to do an hour today, but it's an hour pretty easy. That's what the coach says. So that's what I'm doing. And also, I've looked ahead. It's like, if you're feeling good after 40 minutes, continue. I was like, that means I can stop. That's great.
That's 40 minutes and a
40
second.
minutes then.
Yeah.
I was feeling great. And then I just decided to stop. So yeah, it's fine. I realized dinner was soon. So that's fine. All right, guys. If you want to go to a workshop, let me know. Tickets are still there. I think 3 are left. If you want to see the recording, I believe it is all being filmed. I'm sure that'll be available for at some point. I don't know. But yeah, all wonderful. And then I think I have a date for Combine Day. There will only be 12 spaces, and all of those will probably go to my clients. But if there are people, get on my fucking email list, and then they will go then. And that is literally just a day of testing. We'll be there for 4 hours. That is it. And we will be in a gym in London, in Central, near Oxford Circus. And that will be on the 30th of November, I believe. So yeah, that's what's going to be fun. We're going to be testing 12 different things. Obviously, you have me coaching you through, and then you'll be divided into little groups of like 3 with 3 other people, and you'll be egging each other on. Basically, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But yeah, if there'll probably be about, I reckon, probably about 5 spaces for other people to come. I imagine it's based off other clients don't really like me, so it's fine. They don't want to spend a day with me. But if you're in London on a Saturday, 12 to 4, lovely job. Bosh. Right. Thanks, Dan.
Not for me.
Talk to you next week.
See you in a bit.
Bye bye.